We are in Bakersfield, California for some extremely crappy wrestling with a hint of shitdown. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. And I think it is fair to say that ECW, the past month, 6 weeks, whatever, has went down the toilet.
It has went down the toilet, and now it doesn't even feel like ECW. Not that it really did feel like the original ECW, but when you've got SmackDown taking up 40%, 50% of the show, definitely hasn't. Even though they're bigger stars, man, this is when SmackDown started going downhill as well. It's not just the ECW problem.
Well, like, you can argue if they're sending Kane or whatever over to ECW, he's a pretty decent star, but when they're sending over Jamie Noble to beat Nunzio, I'm going to draw the line there.
And Jimmy Wang Yang, not too far ago either. Come on, like, why does
Shannon Moore? I mean, is this really
why does Nunzio need to get beat? Like, what's Jamie Noble doing in 2007?
I don't know. You tell me.
Doing nothing. He's picking up wins over the full-blooded Italian leader. Even though there's none of them left, just him. What's that all about? But Kane taking on Mark Henry in the opener. Kane.
Now we know Kane and Mark Henry got a little bit of beef for the Monsters Ball. That one there, the spooky Halloween. Mark Henry threw Kane out last to win that. We get the match tonight. And Kane wins by DQ. Mark Henry used a steel chair. Then after it, hit the world's strongest slam. You know what? I think it's fair to say Mark Henry is pretty strong because he does lift Kane up here like Kane is nothing.
No, of course he's strong. He's the world's strongest man. That's not.
And I remember watching that Battle Royal last week. Big Daddy V twice went for like a sidewalk slam on Kane and fucked it up both times. And then he just left it. But he fucked it up so bad the first time that he tried to do it a second time and he just done it equally as bad. So, yeah, Big Daddy V is like more entertaining to watch, bigger looking physically and stuff like this. But when it comes to strength, you know, Mark Henry's still probably one of the strongest, if not the strongest guys in the company.
Easily. And Big Daddy V, talking about that, why was Big Daddy V first eliminated being the only ECW guy?
Yeah, I don't quite get that. I mean, Cali's doing nothing. Why not eliminate him?
He's in a feud with Hornswoggle, come on.
Yeah, he should have been first. He shouldn't have been in the match anyway. Yeah, so Kane loses to Mark Henry. We'll see more of these two at Survivor Series. Then we got SmackDown's Jamie Noble defeating ECW's Nunzio. I don't know if Jamie Noble's getting a push on SmackDown, but there's no reason for him to come to ECW.
Apparently buried Rey Mysterio according to his home video.
Yeah, there's no reason for him to come. Well, I didn't show the result of that home video, but there's no reason for him to come to SmackDown, ECW, like, and just job out Nunzio.
No. Dracula.
I don't get this.
No, I don't get it either, and it's just not really the best SmackDown's got to offer, is it?
No, then we got a Divas match with LAYLA and Fit With The Mic versus Kelly. Possibly the worst match I think we've seen on ECW since its return. Hell, maybe the worst match we've seen on any ECW, WWE, or Paul Heyman owned. This was fucking bad.
Yeah.
Really, really bad. I don't know why. Why didn't Balls Maloney just come out and be in Kelly's corner for the full match? Why did they wait to the end? Anyway, LAYLA, she's beating Kelly up on the ground and then just goes into cover and gets the 1-2-3. I've never seen this before.
It was fucking horrendous.
How can you be like on top of somebody and doing a couple of phony looking strikes and get the free count?
Yeah, it's not like Brock Lesnar's on top of you.
Yeah, I mean, if Brock Lesnar's bashing you and then he covers you and gets free, fair enough. But this was some of the fucking phoniest looking strikes for LAYLA, and then she just hooks the leg and gets the 1-2-3, and it was a shit hook of the leg as well. This was awful.
Yeah, that's
very, very bad. I can't imagine we'll be seeing these two wrestle again on ECW.
LAYLA holding the Miz back too.
I mean, it's funny because a lot of people say that the match at December to Dismember was pish, but that was better than this.
Of course it would.
At least I had the storyline of Mike Knox walking out. I mean, this was just fucking garbage.
Paul.
Balls Mahoney comes out. The Miz is trying to get in the ring, but Layla's holding him back. Well, that's what the Miz is saying. Joey Styles is laughing. Taz is like, yeah, doesn't your wife tell you what to do? Joey Styles tells Taz, look, leave my domestic situation out of this. But Joey Styles thinks it's funny that 105-pound little LAYLA is holding back the big mean Miz. And I mean, this would just never get. Could you imagine this being said today? Basically, the commentator making fun of the fact that the woman is so much smaller and inferior when it comes to physicality and strength than the male guy. and the commentator mocking the fact that the female could like actually overpower or prevent the male wrestler from doing something. Like, you would never fucking see this today. In fact, you're more likely to get Rhea Ripley actually physically stopping people from getting in the ring these days. Like, you could actually, I wouldn't be surprised if they showed you Rhea Ripley actually physically restraining Damian Priest and doing it with like legitimacy. This was, I mean, I like Joey Styles because he's mocking the Miz here, but it's kind of sad that you just can't. Something as simple and straight to the point as this, we'll never get again.
Yeah, take me back to 2007. This is the way it should be done.
But no, but there's nothing special about this. This isn't great. This is just Joey Styles
pointing out a fact.
Pointing out, look, the Miz is pathetic, he's a coward, he's pretending that this little 105-pound Layla is holding him back, when in reality, if he wanted in the ring with Balls Mahoney, he could. I'm not saying that's great, but when you compare it to the fact that we could never hear this in 2023, then it is, I guess, by default kind of great, because we can't get this today. But when you think that we can't get something as simple as this today, then it just shows you
how
that
bad
today
is.
It's fucking sad. Anyway, I think we've talked enough about the Miz getting held back here by Layla. Yeah, up next, Elijah Burke defeats SmackDown Shannon Moore. I'm not really digging this show, to be honest.
I thought these two were... Well, I thought Shannon Moore was released. Elijah Burke soon to be released.
Probably sitting on... this could be the lowest rated ECW so far. Then we get Joey Styles and Taz. They talk about the recent death of the Fabulous Moolah. She was 84 years old. Rest in peace.
Look, I mean, 28-year title reign.
Now, yeah, no, I guess that's good, but she probably was the only woman in the company at the time, so there's no one to beat her for it. And I know you say that she always looks old, but I think Moolah probably, let's be honest, she probably didn't start wrestling until she was like... I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't start wrestling until she was...
40?
40, because you could maybe think of the era. Maybe.
Well, she was 84 in 2007. That makes you seriously old. That makes you 77 in 2000. Take away 77 years, that takes you straight back to 1923. She was born around that period.
1923, so yeah.
Which means she'd be 100 this year, but she didn't make it.
That's sad, isn't it?
She'd been mid-20s when World War II was going on. Fucking hell, that's putting it into perspective.
So let's say
early 20s.
When she turned 18, she would have been what?
It would have been 1941. France would have just fell to Hitler.
Now, when do you think women's wrestling was actually... When do you think it would have started? Let's say it didn't start till 1960. Let's just throw 1960 there.
I mean, she's 37.
She's nearly 40 by the time we get to 1960. So see, when you look back at the 80s, 70s, and you're thinking, fuck, she looks old.
She was old.
Because she was fucking old. So, you know what, I mean, respect the Fabulous Moolah.
But, no, I'll say this. She didn't really age much between, like, 78 and
she might have looked like a bag of shite by the time she hit 30, but she kept that bag of shite look up till she hit the grave. So fair enough.
Apparently she was a cunt though, so...
Well, this show's been a bit of a cunt. Let's move on. Rest in peace, Moolah. We then get the Miz backstage. He sarcastically wishes John Morrison good luck tonight against Punk, but says his luck's going to run out. We got a bunch of like a bunch of promo packages hyping up this match. We then got a post-Raw replay. Randy Orton getting super kicked by Michaels.
And then Regal sitting down with Orton was weird, wasn't it?
Yeah, Randy Orton puts the stipulation, and if he gets DQ'd, then he will lose the championship. But if Shawn Michaels hits Sweet Chin Music, he loses the match. So.
Governor.
And then we get the ECW World Title match. CM Punk defeats John Morrison. Interference from The Miz. I mean, seen this match a shitload of times. I would say it was probably maybe one of the better ones. I mean, it's not that they've had bad match. It was okay up till the end, but the ending sucked.
Yeah, this show sucked. I tell you what, the only things I got good from it were the Raw recap and Joey Styles and Taz when it cut to them. That was the only things that were good.
Yeah, so the Miz throws his hat at Morrison. Morrison turns round. CM Punk with a roll up. 1, 2, 3. CM Punk celebrates. This lasted too long. It was like a 2-minute post-match celebration. And Morrison... Now, they're selling the fact that Morrison's pissed. If he's that pissed, he could have left the ring and fucking battered the Miz. But he just decided to keep looking at the Miz from inside the ring. Punk here, 2 weeks ago, lost to John Morrison. And now, tonight, he is, retaining his belt thanks to the Miz.
We need like a triple threat match for the title. We don't need these one-on-one matches we've seen before. I thought I've seen Punk Elijah Burke a million times. No, it's Morrison Punk a million times.
Anyway, I think CM Punk's looking a little bit weak as the champion, but this show was very weak. I am going to give this show, and people say I'm very biased. I don't think I am. I'm going to give this show a 1 out of 10. And I think that is the lowest rating I've ever gave a wrestling show before, like, 2015 or something.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to give it a 1 out of 10, because realistically, I like Joey Styles and Taz, but I can't give it an extra point for the Raw recap, because it's not ECW, so it's a 1 out of 10 for me too. That is low. How low can you go?
I would have probably given it like a 3 if we hadn't seen CM Punk versus John Morrison about 10 times already this year.
But we had.
Because the main event was not bad. But again, the fact that we've seen it a million times, I'm not really even counting the main event, because nothing spectacular happened. See if it was like a steel cage or stipulation, or if something unique happened that we hadn't seen before, then possibly I would have bumped up the rate a bit. But no, it was just your basic John Morrison CM Punk match with a little bit of interference from The Miz. So yeah, guys, 1 out of 10. Shitload of SmackDown people on the show tonight. Didn't improve the show. ECW sucked tonight. 1 out of 10. Lowest rating we've gave anything in ECW, the revival, and probably... I mean, I think ECW probably won't get a lower rating than this. I can't imagine a worse show than this. Just a shitload of... No like storylines. There was nothing on the line in the matches. It was just a bunch of... It was a bunch of dark matches. Matches that didn't mean shit. So... And I don't... People say Kane Mark Henry meant something. It meant nothing to me. That's it. Till next time. Peace.